666.
The Saudi Downtown Company, SDC, a company created under the aegis of the royalty and therefore the Public Investment Fund, will promote the launch of projects in various regions of the country, creating new jobs with a view to improving the infrastructure of many cities and building strategic alliances with the private sector. The projects will be developed in 12 cities across the country.
Very cool. This is related to focus on the development of Saudi Arabia's second level cities, so not Riyadh and Jeddah, which are already kind of undergoing a lot of these things. But yeah, this is interesting. I don't have a ton to add to this. It's sort of like one of those big announcements from the PIF that in about 18 months we're going to start seeing a lot more about and a lot of really sort of traction on it.
So I guess that the company's ambition is to structure more than 10 million square meters, creating modern destinations inspired by local culture and traditional Saudi Arabian architectural motifs, state-of-the-art technology. The intention is to enhance partnerships and also create business opportunities, investment in commercial, retail, tourism, and entertainment, housing sectors. Yeah, you're right. We'll see how this plays out. What I do think is interesting, and I think is important, and it shows perceptiveness on the part of the government, is that Riyadh's getting a lot of attention, a lot of investment, a lot of growth. It's clearly said this is our leading city. We want to attract foreigners here. We want to attract investment here. We want to attract locals here. Significant percentage of jobs being created on Riyadh.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously it can get Riyadh heavy. And, these 12 cities that they mentioned, I looked at it, and it's interesting. There's 3 of them are in the west. So if Riyadh's sort of the central part of the country, so west of Riyadh, 2 of them are south, Najran and Jizan. 5 of them are north, and 2 of them are east. So, they really do have a nice geographic dispersion throughout the country. And I think it's a significant investment because people at those, like you say, those second tier cities are going to want to see and want to feel like they're part of this.
Mm-hmm.
And that, all this excitement and glitz that Riyadh is, they'd like to have a little bit of their own in terms of investment and growth and development.
Yeah, it's a really good point. I mean, if you look down the tourism timeline here, I mean, they're trying to get Riyadh to be a big airport and, be a hub. They want, they're building Neom and all these other destinations. And they're, like you just said, they're making a lot of investments in Riyadh. People will visit Riyadh. And then when they make their second or third trip, they may want to go somewhere else. This gives those cities sort of a little bit of shine and something to visit. I mean, Richard, we know that these different regions of Saudi Arabia, it's all not just all one flat desert. I mean, in the south, beautiful mountains, different climate, different culture, different things to show off. The east and west, very different. So it's sort of like it's an investment on kind of building everything out from where they're starting now, which is really focusing on Riyadh and some of these mega cities. Very interesting.
So once again, I'm cross marketing on our today's Sustuk Review, our daily newsletter. The quotable, we have a quotable every day.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting story of a guy, big FIFA fan, big soccer fan. Actually, Venezuela's his team, but he's a Saudi. And he's walking from Jeddah to Doha. So,
so cool.
35 kilometers a day. But this is what he said. This is speaking directly to what you're saying. I'm quote, walking from Jeddah to Doha, every 100 kilometers is different. I mean, the first 100 kilometers, there are sand dunes, then mountains, and then comes empty land, then farms. I'm going through all terrains in one country in 2 months. This is a beautiful thing. This is what he's saying. All that to say is absolutely. There's all sorts of, it's not just all deserts. There's all sorts of different things going on in geographically in Saudi Arabia.
That is so cool. And it's like the quotable actually covers this as well, but he doesn't walk during the day. So he's like, he wakes up in the morning and he walks until like 10:30 and he's like, it's too hot. I'm going to just wait out the sun, get something to eat. He's eating at gas stations and picking up food just so his load is light.
Yeah, and taking showers and stuff in mosques so he can travel light, and just sort of making friends all along the way. And when he gets there, he'll pull for Saudi. But he said, the problem is I think the Qatar is playing Venezuela in an early round, so he's got he says he's a little torn by that one.
we'll give it a few months, give him a chance to go and walk back. Richard, let's try to reach out to this gentleman and have him on the 966 and tell us about his journey, because that would be really cool. It sounds like a really fun thing to do.